Hey folks, welcome to Seawaywhiskywire. Well guys, the weather is getting a little nicer, the days are getting a little longer, and spring is in the air. So I thought only fitting to share my top 5 whiskeys that I'm enjoying this spring with you guys. So go watch the intro, come on back, and we'll go through this list together. Stick around, guys. Well, hey guys, thanks for coming back after the intro. I'm Tyler, and as stated, we're going to go through the top 5 whiskeys that I've been enjoying this spring. And with the changing of the seasons, the days getting a little longer and the weather getting nicer, you can go outside, you can sit on the patio, you can have a nice dram. And these are really the 5 bottles that I've really been enjoying and really starting to dig my teeth into here and really enjoy and want to share with you guys. So really in no particular order, I've got a little bit of a mixture in here, and I do have a mystery pour in my dram tonight. I will give you guys a hint on it. It is part of this list. It's a Canadian distillery, and it's one that's fairly new to me, but one that I'm quickly working my way through. So I will leave you with that. So without further ado, guys, let's get on to the list. Number 1. All right, guys, let's kick things off with number 1. And for number 1, I have chosen a budget Scotch, one that I've highly touted. It was actually my budget dram of the year for last year. Comes in from the heart of Speyside, naturally presented with a nice punch to it there, great flavors. But you know what? I think the value proposition is really where this one shines. And if you haven't already guessed it, it is going to be the Deanston Virgin Oak from the Deanston Distillery in the heart of Speyside over in Scotland. And the Deanston Virgin Oak, like most distilled products, they come in with an ABV stamp of 46.3% ABV. Again, naturally presented, no chill filtration, no color added in this budget dram here. Matured in ex-bourbon barrels and then finished in virgin oak barrels to get that nice punch to it there. Very flavorful, very punchy, very fresh. And you know what? If you're a bourbon drinker and you're looking to get into Scotch, look no further. I think this is probably one of the ones you want to go and go towards and gravitate towards. It's definitely one that I've really compared to a bourbon. And if you're looking to get in and move from bourbon to Scotch, which, you know, if you're like me up here in Canada, you're looking for a transition point, this is a great spot to go. And for under $60 Canadian, you can have this budget dram here. But again, great flavors, lovely honeys, lovely apples, lovely floral notes in there. You get that nice punch of virgin oak in there, and it is a banger at under $60 Canadian. So my first dram that I've been really enjoying this spring and kind of revisiting and really getting back into is going to be the Deanston Virgin Oak. All right, guys, we're back with number 2. And number 2 is going to be for those wet, soggy days of spring when it's just raining and miserable outside, very damp. You need something warming. You need something with a little bit of peat on it to get you through it. And this is one that I really think sings to spring, one that I'm very familiar with, and one that I've really kind of gravitated towards in the spring months and have revisited and have really been enjoying. And I think you will too, especially in these spring months here. And that is going to be the Ardbeg 10-year-old. The Ardbeg 10-year-old comes in with an ABV stamp of 46% ABV, naturally presented, at least I believe it is. It's definitely got no chill filtration. They don't make any statements or any claims about the coloring, but based on the color of the liquid, I definitely think that it is naturally colored and naturally presented. But the Ardbeg 10-year-old really has some beautiful character to it, really has a good profile and really gives you a good profile for the Ardbeg distillate. Finished heavily, or I guess solely, in ex-bourbon casks. You get some lovely fresh notes there, some lovely citrus, and behind that is a nice campfire peat that Ardbeg is so known for. And it's a very, very deep, warming peat of campfire and bonfire and ash. And again, those fresh notes there, almost like a citrus cleaning product. It's got a whole lot going for it there. And for these spring months, you get the peat to warm you up, and you get the nice fresh notes of spring to kind of carry in there. Lots of apple, lots of vanilla too, but a great representation of the Ardbeg distillate. So the second bottle that I've really been enjoying, or second whiskey I've really been enjoying this spring, is going to be the Ardbeg 10-year-old. All right, guys, I am back with number 3. And number 3 is not what's in my dram tonight, guys. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer to find out what that is. But number 3 is from a Canadian distillery, a Canadian micro distillery located in Ontario, Canada, doing some fantastic things, some very innovative and very interesting things with some great profiles. And I'm really enjoying this one. They were nice to send it over the channel for me to take a look at, and working my way through it, I'm getting some lovely flavors and just really pulling out all that it has to offer. And if you haven't guessed which one this is, it is the Last Straw Scorn whiskey from the Last Straw Distillery in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada. This is wicked, guys. It comes in with a ABV stamp of 49% ABV, naturally presented, and I love it. It says right on here, pure and unadulterated, and I love the way they put that on the label there. 100% yellow corn. The Scorn is actually sprouted corn, is where they get the Scorn from. but it's 100% Ontario yellow corn, matured for 3 years and 2 months in ex-bourbon casks before being finished in Portuguese wine casks, which give it some wicked flavors there. You're going to get some lovely flavors there, like bourbon-esque flavors because of all that corn mash there. You're going to get some vanillas, you're going to get some honey, you're going to get some apples, some pear, even some melons in there too. But that Portuguese wine cask really cranks it up a notch. You're going to get some red berries in there. You're going to get some lovely sultanas, raisins, and it's got a finish, guys, that, you know, in my opinion, medium to long, it's fantastic. And, you know, it comes in from a Integrity distillery here in Ontario, and I just love some of the stuff they're doing, and really happy that they sent this over the channel for me to take a look at, and I'm really digging working my way through it. So guys, my number 3 whiskey that I'm enjoying this spring is the Last Straw Scorn whiskey. All right, guys, we're moving on to number 4. And for number 4, we're going back to Scotland, back to the heart of Speyside, back to some single malt. And this is one that is growing on me. It's taken a little bit of time to grow on me. It's a little bit divisive, but it's one that is highly touted and highly recommended in the whiskey drinking community, and one that I've kind of had to work a little bit to really start to enjoy. But I am finding that sweet spot in it here, and maybe it's just from drinking it down or, you know, adding a little bit of water that I've done in the past, but it just seems to have opened up very much just even through hitting this kind of midway point in the bottle. And, you know, being a little divisive, being a little industrial, being a little gritty is words that they've used to describe this whiskey. And for that whiskey, I'm going to reveal it now. It is the Craigellachie 13-year-old from the Craigellachie Distillery. 46% ABV, naturally presented. Sometimes they don't state it on the packaging. And the new packaging, it is stated on there that it's non-chill filtered, no color added, just the way we like it, guys. Matured in a combination of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry. I think there's a more heavy influence on the ex-bourbon than the ex-sherry, but these are good quality casks, guys. A little rough around the edges, a little bit peppery, a little harsh in some cases there. Especially I found kind of just getting past the neck here, it was a little bit divisive. Had this kind of weird industrial kind of I wouldn't say ethanol note to it there, but just it was a little bit like waxy. Kind of reminded me of Klein Leash a little bit, but just had this kind of like rough edge to it that a lot of people have described it as. But once you get past that and kind of get more into it there, it really opens up, and water really does wonders for this, just a little bit of water. But I found some vanilla in there, some red berries, some apple notes, and that nice industrial piece. The industrial is really kind of specific to this distillery. It's not a characteristic that I pull out of other places. I've explained industrial a couple times as, you know, kind of that oily, dirty, peaty kind of piece to it there, but they use worm tub condensers here at Craigellachie, and that really pulls in some flavors here. But it is a very unique flavor profile, and one that is really growing on me in the past few months, and really one that I've really started to kind of gravitate towards getting into the spring months here. So my number 4 recommendation, or the whiskey that I've been enjoying through spring, is the Craigellachie 13-year-old. All right, folks, let's wrap this list up with number 5. And number 5 is what is in my dram tonight, guys. This is a relatively new whiskey to me, but one that I keep going back to. It was a whiskey that I was super excited to get into, and now that I have gotten into it, I just can't stop talking about this, guys. It is a regular production product from an Integrity distillery located in Canada. Like, what more can I say, guys? Located on the west coast of Canada. And if you haven't figured out what I'm talking about yet, guys, what are you doing? We're talking about the Sons of Vancouver Wheated Rye. And this is just such a wicked dram, guys. Again, regular product, sub $100 to pick it up. You can go on their website right now and get it, guys. So go out and do it if you haven't already. Comes in with an ABV stamp of 50.5% ABV, naturally presented. Matured in ex-bourbon and new American oak casks. And the whiskey is 3 to 5 years old. They say it all on the bottle here, guys. Right on the packaging, on the label. The whiskey you want your good friends to drink when you're dead. And I mean, it's just lovely packaging. They do such a nice job over at Sons of Vancouver. It is a mash bill of 75% rye and 25% wheat, and the wheat really gives it some nice character to it. I'm going to give you guys just a quick preview. If you haven't already seen my first impressions video, go watch that if you want to hear more about it. But I mean, the nose is at 50.5% ABV. You're not getting a whole lot of ethanol or nothing like that on it. Nothing offensive. The rye is there, but there's such a nice character in there, guys. You're getting some lovely vanillas, some lovely vanillas and honey, apples, pears, citrus with the oranges, like navel oranges, candied orange peels, some lovely chocolate and some light coffee in there too. And the palate, guys, I mean, at 50.5% ABV, it's no slouch. But trust me, it's very easy drinking on the palate. Cheers. mouth coating, lots going on there. Beautiful development, nice warm hug. Honey, caramel, citrus, apples, pears, cherries, chocolate, coffee, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg. Like, what more could you ask for, guys? Integrity product from an Integrity distillery located in Canada, producing some fantastic whiskey that's usually hard to get, and this one is not. And I really appreciate them putting this out, and I really appreciate them putting it at a good price point. And you know, they're already selling this at some liquor stores out west, and I really, you know, one day I hope they can get it here to Ontario so more people can learn about this and experience it. But if you really want to, go check out their website and pick yourself up a bottle. I've said that quite a bit in the last week and a bit here, but it is just that good, guys. One that I've really been enjoying. So yeah, the number 5 whiskey that I have really been enjoying and have really just kind of started to get into, but it's not going to hang around for too long, is the Sons of Vancouver Wheated Rye. Well, guys, that's a wrap from me. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. What are your favorite whiskeys for spring? If you've had to make a top 5 list, is there some whiskeys that I left out here, something I should be paying attention to? Go ahead and stick that down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. And if you like what we're doing here at Seaway Whiskey Wire, you guys know that drill. Like and subscribe down below. And hey, don't forget to check me out on Instagram at Seaway Whiskey Wire for more content. And if you guys are still hanging around this long in the video, you guys know I love shooting these videos for you guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Great time to come downstairs, share some whiskey with you guys, share some stories, and, you know, push a little bit of my favorite brands and stuff that I've really been enjoying, and I think that you will too. So guys, I'm going to go back and enjoy my Sons of Vancouver Wheated Rye. Hopefully you'll go out and pick yourself up a bottle of this soon, because it is a banger, guys, an absolute banger. So cheers to your health, take care, and enjoy your spring, guys. Cheers.